I want to see his profile. You're going to show it to me because I want to laugh.
I'll show it to you. I'll show you a lot of things. But
You're showing me laugh.
well, no.
Go show laugh. Go show laugh.
Are we on? Are we recording? We good?
Yes, man. We're recording.
3, 2, 1.
We already started.
Oh, yeah.
You have to count down to nothing, motherfucker.
Counting down to the show, coach. This is the cast.
Bobo?
The Common Ground Podcast.
No one's playing with Bobo, man. He's just sitting right now.
Yeah, well, you moved the PlayStation.
Fucking Bobo, man. Guy's trash.
All right, so another fitting topic today. Am I too loud? Was that too loud? Is that good? Are we on?
We're good. We're all right. Nothing's
Video?
been moved since the last episode.
I gotta ask, man.
All right,
Okay,
we're good.
we're good. All right, current problems with the media is our topic of today. Is June 2nd. Kind of moving some shows around, but still doing Monday, Friday posts.
Yeah.
You know, for Monday, Friday videos. We actually have our first guest.
Is that Friday, right?
Friday.
It's coming?
Mhm.
How are we going to hook him up?
He's got a 4-piece interface.
All right.
So we'll be good. Good to go. Has his mic. We'll get into that topic later on, but I think it's worth talking about because it's very fitting to the situation. Is that there's lots of problems with the media, but I think we first need to address the problem that we need to limit our media consumption and that comes from many different sources of media. That could mean the news, that could mean going on Twitter, that can mean going on Facebook, and seeing lots and lots of
Negativity.
well, yeah, negativity, but seeing lots of posts that end up having no true fact behind them, no real facts associated with the post, people sharing things because they just see it on the internet, as well as media outlets and that can apply to any media outlet, local media or all the way up to Fox News, CNN, any type of news site.
I've seen people fuck shit up.
And I
on
think
the biggest of stages.
right. That's what I'm talking about. So it's not a matter of taking a more left or right wing side in terms of the type of media that is put out, but it's combined and it's collective issues that come with this media
So
consumption.
you want before if you want to talk about the media fucking shit up for us, it goes beyond before what's happening like currently. But look at the fucking coronavirus, the way they handled the coronavirus. I think it was like 61 million people either died or got infected from H1N1.
Mm-hmm.
We just hit
Or
100
or Ebola
or whatever.
Ebola.
Yeah, we'll get to that. But
Yeah.
then if you looked at the numbers for coronavirus, I think we just hit like 100,000.
Yeah.
And the way that we're behaving for the coronavirus,
Well, you have to understand the situations regarding
it's not even
that.
the situation. The H1N1 has a more lethal, it has a higher death rate than the coronavirus did. H1N1 was worse. And look at the way it was handled then, because social media wasn't that big. I think times were a little bit different, and look how we handled it now. It's like we absolutely mishandled the situation.
One can argue that obviously the lethality of the coronavirus might be
Fucking low.
no, I'm saying it might be higher because of the lack of vaccine that we currently have. But I mean, that's besides the point. I mean, we're not going to get into like illnesses and saying what's better and what's worse.
I'm just saying that
But
the panic that was instilled by people talking about it on the news,
Right.
on Facebook, on Twitter, and the social distancing. We probably should have been doing that, but like the wear a mask everywhere when it's been proven not to, and like everyone's scared to go outside, scared to go to the store, scared to go eat. It's like, dude, like didn't need to get to that. It really didn't need to go that far.
Well, we still don't know a lot about it though.
Still, and now
There's
people
still not a lot.
And now you got
know.
thousands of people rioting, and everyone's done fucking forgot about it. Like it never even
Well, yeah,
happened.
that's another issue. But okay, so besides those points, like you have to understand that the media has a lot of pull,
Yeah.
and it has a lot of influence on how people think.
Mhm.
Has a lot of influence on the way we act day to day. Everything that we ever do on a day-to-day basis is affected by what we consume through the media. And it's important that we address the fact that over consuming this sort of news can be very detrimental to you. The same way just going on your phone and being on social media is. The same way those who don't go on social media as much, like older generations that end up just watching TV. Like my grandparents are a perfect example of that.
Yeah.
They're worried sick. They're worried sick. I don't have a day where they are not just praying and worrying and hoping that something does not happen to me based off of what they consume on the media, based off of what they consume on the news. And yeah, there are some positive things that come from absorbing news from these media outlets, but at the same time, where do you draw the line? Where do you stop? I mean, are these media outlets telling the truth 100% of the time? No. And I think we know now that is not,
it's not true. You've seen it multiple times where like people, and like of course there's people that are full of shit in the comments, but a lot of times people, like anybody will post something and you're like, this wasn't true. This wasn't true.
And to prove that point, almost exactly, it was the comment that I received today. Not individual.
Which one? Oh, yeah.
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 You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it's like, come on, bro.
You know that, like, where did you even get that from? No one's even talking about it.
I saw the link.
From random link.
And it looked like it was
some
fucking
sketch.
spam.
It was like spam. That's exactly what it was. It was like spam. And you see a lot of that on Facebook.
My thing, man, if
Twitter.
I see anything on fucking Facebook, a lot of them are article links. So like,
take
it's
it with
always
a
you
grain of
click
salt.
and you link. Take it with a grain of salt. I always check the fucking link, bro. If it's from like Daily Mail and like 500 different numbers.net, it's like, come on, dude.
Yeah.
Like, you're just probably some bum ass sitting at home looking for like some sort of
validation
for your beliefs and thoughts,
happening.
and it's like, and you want to seem like you're legit. It's like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. So there's a lot of high level of inaccuracies that are coming from.
Dude, always. There always has been. Because what would make it special if it was just like, it's the same as yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, well, I guess there's nothing new happening. Because essentially, that's what it is. Nothing really has changed. People are still burning and destroying shit like they were yesterday. We're on the 7th day or whatever, how many days it's been in a row.
Yeah.
But they're like digging and looking for like something that happened. Oh, somebody got kicked. Oh, there it is.
News.
Here we go. It's
you know
like,
what they also do? They
man.
have certain deadlines that.
They have to hit, and they have to put out enough articles, and they have to get enough engagement, and they have to get enough attention. Yes. That's their job. I get it. I understand. That's why you see so many people like you see the people that are like paparazzi, I guess, towards celebrities. Like they're like cutthroat, trying to get as much shots and as much dirt on these people.
That's the idea of being able to increase sensationalism.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Yeah, it really is. It's honestly like it almost seems criminal. Like I feel like to the extent that they're putting out news and information towards people.
Oh yeah, falsifying information.
Falsifying information and those sorts of things. Like that's almost near like criminal type things to do.
Well, the wild thing is that it's not even about what I don't think people take into account how like severe and how serious their posting and their news reports are, because people don't watch news anymore. Like, you are now the sole source of where people get information,
right?
So like, sure, it's a Twitter post, whatever, but like, dude, people are taking that shit to heart.
And I also think that
and then it spreads.
And I also think that people that aren't even posting like media outlets and things like that, even celebrities or people that are posting things about how they feel, and this person might be an idol to somebody else who doesn't even have a stand on certain information or a stand or a side of certain opinions, and they'll automatically just start agreeing or doing things that celebrities say because they hold such a high power and have such a high voice.
I think well, that's the thing with social media, man. And like that's where I have it's a problem. Is like there's normal everyday people that have thoughts and opinions and beliefs, and because they have such a huge following, for even if they don't do anything, they're automatically held to this higher standard. So if they say something, there's thousands most of the time of people that are going to be like, this is true, this is real, and like it's like, no, dude, it's just a fucking like that's the problem with like I'm not gonna say our youth, man, but like a lot of people like,
well, just younger
Twitter,
people in general,
man, like Twitter. I think Twitter is so fucking stupid right now.
Well, yeah,
it's
I mean,
fucking dumb. I can't get over it. Some of the shit that I'm seeing
very,
on there,
very toxic.
Some of the shit that I'm seeing on Twitter is just like, it's just like, I'm like, I last night I think I was scrolling on my phone and I was like legitimately laughing, not at the situation itself, but at the way that people are handling the situation, bro.
Yeah, and it comes from both sides.
It's ridiculous. Like just some of the atrocities that people are saying. I'm just like, this can't be real.
Yeah.
Like when somebody's just like, saying something like Black Lives Matter, oh my god, and then you have like you look at it's just like you just look at what people are responding to, and it's just like how fucking sick are you?
Yeah.
Like,
And it builds a crowd of people.
a lot of times people are just gonna disagree with you because that's just human nature. Like they're just gonna disagree with you just because fuck you. I'm just gonna disagree with what you're saying. It's just like that can be on any level.
Oh yeah.
That's how just people are in general. There's always gonna be that one guy like. You could look at it from a movie standpoint. There's always going to be that one critic who just fucking hated that movie.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's just like there's always going to be someone who's just going to disagree because that's just human nature. There's always going to be that one person.
Mm-hmm.
You could make a phenomenal movie, and all these critics can be saying it's the greatest thing they've ever seen. There'll always be that one guy who say that movie was fucking garbage, just to say that it was garbage.
Yep.
Just like you can go on YouTube and watch a video about this guy,
and it has dislikes.
There's one dislike or like 4. It's like.
Or like 20 out of like
some guy
thousands.
Just like saying something about whatever. Like I watched videos. I watched a funny video the other day about this guy making fun of a movie, and it was actually a really bad movie. Those videos I was watching of that guy talking about those movies.
Yeah.
And it's just like his opinion, and like the movie's actually really bad.
Mm-hmm.
And like he's just making fun of the points that are bad, and there's like 5 people that dislike him. How can you dislike this guy? It's just his opinion, man.
Yeah. There's just people that are
like,
dicks out there,
what the
bro.
fuck is wrong with you? like
that one guy that commented on my post, man. It's
bro,
just
yeah, like what the
like,
fuck?
What is your agenda? Like, what's your goal? Like, what are you
there
trying
are people, I guarantee, that sit at home on their phone, right? And they're scrolling through. And they see somebody say something, they're like, this fucking...
Like, all those guys
like,
that commented on Seth Rogen's post, bro.
Yeah, like
those are perfect
Seth Rogen,
examples
and they're
of
just
that.
praying to God that he says something to them.
Yeah.
Because that's like, oh my God, Seth, like, even if they don't even... There's people, bro, sitting at home, they're just like, I'm gonna, like, if he like, of course he kind of, like, drags you in there. He's like, if you say this, then fuck you. And he's like, somebody's gonna be like, all lives matter. And of course you know Seth Rogen's gonna say something. And
yeah.
Like, how many follows and stuff do you think he got from that comment from Seth Rogen? It's like clickbait, bro. It's just like, oh, maybe he'll respond to me. Even if I love Seth Rogen, I just want to disagree with him so I can get the clout. It's like, dude, like, that's why I think social media is such bullshit, bro.
Yeah.
I hate it. I'm only really on Instagram to promote our stuff and like fitness, but Twitter, I can't stand Twitter right now, bro. I really can't.
Yeah,
it's a mess.
Well, it happens on all platforms.
It's a mess.
But yeah, I mean, it's a good point to bring up because I mean,
it's a fucking mess.
People are left with having like a certain, mindset after seeing these posts and seeing responses from people, and they want to go out and do the same thing to other people. And they want to go like shit on other people for no reason, and it spreads just like wildfire, bro.
Yeah,
I think it spreads so quickly.
We're just, I really don't want to get like political, but I think like we're just, everyone is so like all over the fucking. There's emotions.
Well, everyone wants to feel and think that they're right in a certain way.
No one ever is like.
And that's the thing. And that's the thing about the media, bro. Is that they create.
They create sides. They create
sides of things, and they spread people apart.
Yeah.
They build hate in people. I mean, that's a fact. That is a fact that the media drives us apart.
Mm-hmm.
It drives us apart.
Absolutely.
And a lot of people, there's so many mistakes that are made with the media. They press sensationalism amongst people.
Mm-hmm.
They, talk about good, mostly bad people, and then like good people. This is a good thing that's being done. This is a bad thing that's being done, and they drive people apart, and it creates hate, and it creates views.
Yeah.
For the media, so they get paid from this stuff. They get paid for these views. Absolutely. Because people they instill hate into people all the time, and it doesn't matter what outlet you watch or whatever it is, whether it's on social media, like it doesn't matter. It's media as a whole. It's the consumption of media, the news, all these outlets that prey on feeding you negative information, and it's that negative information that you continue to watch day to day and to continue to absorb day to day that drives us apart.
This is my thing. Like, I understand what's happening in the United States. Is like it's massive. It's a big deal. I'm not taking away from that. I haven't seen. Like, is there anything else happening?
Well, that's my other point.
Is there anything else happening?
They have very, very poor coverage on
everything
the important
else.
things. So, like things that might be considered to be good.
Yeah.
So
I'm like, what else could possibly be happening here? Is this all?
It's
that
like
there
90%
is?
negative information,
Just like
and
when
like
the,
10%
just like when the
good.
coronavirus was a big deal. It's like, what else is there? Anything else happening in our world, or is this the sole thing happening? And we're all
Right.
gonna. And it's like, I just find it funny, man. I hate Twitter. I've said it like 10 times already. But like, you scroll through, like, is anybody else doing anything else? Like,
Yeah.
does anybody have any thoughts on like when baseball's coming back, like, or the NBA? Like, is there anything else happening in our world that we can like look to
Yeah.
for like some sort of like
It's not gonna
relief?
happen.
Fuck no. It's like every single post is like, fuck the police, fuck this, like fuck. It's just like, stop, like
Fuck people.
fucking relax. I saw this post, and this guy I follow. His name's Jocko Willink. You know him?
No.
You know Jocko?
No.
It's a guy that I always post his watch. He's always up at 4:30 working out.
I have no idea who you're
All right,
talking
whatever.
about.
His name's Jocko, right? It's Jocko. He's a former military sergeant or some shit, Marine. And he posted yesterday, like, the reason that everyone's so, like, if you're gonna, like, react, all of this stuff, like, I'm not saying it wasn't an injustice, it was. But, like, react with, like, keep your emotions in check. That's what he said.
You
It's
mean like don't respond in like a
like
very
like stop and like think about
hateful-
it. Use logic and reason to respond to the situation. Keep your emotions in check. Like, a lot of people are saying things out of like, because their emotions are all riled up and they're
Right.
feeling some type of way, so they come out and say stuff, and it's like, dude, that's fucked up. You
you
shouldn't
say
have said that.
you say shit you don't.
You say shit you don't mean. You say shit
And that can
because,
go for both
because you're
sides.
looking at shit on all exactly.
even though we shouldn't
Oh,
be even
absolutely.
really taking sides at all.
No,
So,
but it's just like, that's how
besides
I
that.
always, and I've kind of like always kind of kept that as like a rule of thumb, like in anything.
Don't lash
in
out,
anything.
like,
Don't like
based
when
off
something
emotion.
happens to you. Don't just like immediately like say something or like lash out. It's like, stop.
because you're spreading
See
false
the
news,
situation.
false information.
See how the other person sees the situation, and then respond.
Yeah.
It's like respond with logic and reason, not with emotion, because that fucks everything up. And
Yeah.
like, I think that the media drives off. They know that
They
people,
drive off emotion.
That people
Sure.
are stupid and they're gonna fly off the handle on anything that they see.
and then
So-
it spreads like wildfire.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
because if he feels like that, there's 30,000 other people that feel the same
yeah.
way.
Yeah.
So we want this reaction. We want them to comment on our stuff, and they want them to spread our stuff. It's like, of course, like, it's gonna piss a bunch
I
of
think
people off.
another good example of that is this morning I was watching the news. My parents always have the news on. Just in the background, as soon as something comes up that's bad, holy shit, they turn around and they're like, "What the fuck happened now?" But it was on Good Morning America. I mean,
Oh,
it's
man.
such a standard
Yeah,
news outlet site.
yeah.
And they were they were not posting, but they were showing like cases of coronavirus that have increased in states, and it must have been like 8 or 9 states, like California, Illinois, whatever
We're
states
all
have been
the-
increasing.
we're all the-
What about all the 40 other states that haven't increased? What about that? You know, it's just like feeding off like, these are increasing. We got to do something. I mean, it's just like spreading like negativity. What about, okay, you know, now the other 40 states, they seem to have not increased. Blah, blah, blah. You know, like, why haven't you talked about or even considered talking about how they've been able to do that and what they're doing at all? It's just, nope, these have increased. That's it. And then it goes into the next topic
Bad.
about something bad.
Bad. Man, it's sad, bro.
It's
Like,
very negatively based.
It has to be. Why?
And
Why
so-
would you like? Too much positivity in our society is seen as corny. It's the same idea that
Yeah.
like, if you're nice, no one is ever nice anymore. They're nice, and
I-
you have to. And like, when somebody's nice to you, you're kind of like, why are you being nice to me?
Yeah, I think that the idea of having kindness in our world,
It's corny, bro. It's not
Is-
seen as cool.
it's seen almost as being like it's part of the minority group if you were a kind person.
I
Like
mean,
if you were spreading
I wouldn't say
kindness,
that it's part
if
of
you
the
are,
minority group, I say that it's not something you see a lot of.
that's what I'm saying,
Yeah.
and that's part of being a minority.
I guess.
It's in a minority group,
I guess. Yeah. Okay.
kindness, because
Sure.
people have such a hard time spreading kindness, and it starts with what we consume, because we're on these outlets every single day. I think this is the highest amount of time we've ever spent collecting information from media news outlets and those sorts of things, and those ideals make us seem like we need to have hate amongst one another, and so like kindness is such a very, very small thing now, because it's so, you know, it's a small thing. It's just you don't see it very often.
It's a small thing, man, but it's just like people would rather, like, it's not cool to care. That's always been the thing. Like, I don't care. Fuck all that. I'm not gonna try. It's like that's a whole like
that's
other
another thing. Yeah, I feel
thing,
like that's a
and-
whole other separate thing.
And I see that a lot in like our like I don't know like Gen Z people. Who is we're not millennials. Was it Gen Z? Is it like my
We're
sister?
millennials. We're considered millennial.
It's like the people below us, like people my sister's age.
It's like
I
Gen
see
Z.
them and they're like that is like how they think it's like not cool to be nice to people.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Well,
like,
even when we
but,
were
like, where did
kids, I
that
feel
where did
like-
that- yeah, even when I was a kid, I was like, that's why like when I was in high school, like when I was like a
That's
junior,
where that
senior,
title, like "nice guys finish last."
sure,
last comes
but like
from.
I didn't give a shit in school because I thought that was like cool.
Yeah.
Like I just didn't give a fuck, and now I'm like, what the fuck? Where did that come from?
Just comes from what you absorb, information you
mean-
absorb from other people.
Like I don't know where that came from. Now I look, like, you look back as you grow up and you mature.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know like why that is like that's our way in society is to like be a dick to everybody.
Just the way it gathers information.
Being an asshole is, like-
people are interested in negative and negativity.
It's the same reason why like you see an asshole and some guys are like that guy's so fucking cool. No, he's just a fucking dick. Like
Well,
he's
even
just
like
a dick.
even like that video about J.R. Smith kicking the shit out of that guy. Like, why haven't you seen like freaking Tim Duncan helping out people with like meals? or
I agree
something?
with that though.
Well, yeah, but that's besides the point. My point is saying like, why haven't you shown any of the NBA? Like for example, Lonnie Walker
When he was out there,
when he was out there helping people.
you seen a minute.
It's
only
a
few-
one little post, one little thing.
Lonnie Walker handing out water, and
Handing out waters and cleaning up the
like,
city.
and like spraying off graffiti.
That was maybe like one little tweet that I saw.
I think SportsCenter put that on like one time. But they put J.R. Smith beating the shit out of a white kid 30
And it was everywhere.
on
Oh
30
my God,
different
it was
platforms.
everywhere.
Oh my god, it was everywhere.
That's what I'm saying.
It's funny, but
That
like
is-
I know what you're saying. What
It
the
is a
fuck?
funny thing. Like that was a funny video. Like afterwards, like he apologized, but whatever. You know, the kid was fine. He ran off. But like, that's the point I'm trying to get across. Like it's the negative things. It's like the things that excites people that people want to see.
It's like, oh
They
my
don't-
god, J.R. Smith, the celebrity, beat the shit out of some random ass kid.
They don't care. Like I think honestly, it's always a part like of human nature to not even care about this thing because it's not that interesting. It doesn't drive traffic.
I don't think it's human nature. I just think it's the way we're being programmed.
That too, and we're programmed to feel that way.
Dude, what the scary? I don't think. Did we talk about this? Like, I don't even remember because we've been going on so many topics. That TikTok I showed you about the media saying all the same sentence.
No.
We haven't
What
talked
you
about
just
that
showed me.
yet. Bro, that's scary. Where did that come from?
Well, it's just part of the. I think there's like that top person that is able to control different media.
Those are all
outlets.
from different areas, though, man.
No, but I think that what they were saying is that like the people that are in control of those media news outlets and sites, like they gather information from one another.
I'm gonna get off on a tangent here. Who is in charge of saying that?
I don't know. I
It's
can't
scary. It's fucking scary, man.
tell. Yeah, I know.
It's scary. Because I personally believe they're giving us only the information they want us to see.
Well, yeah.
And they want us to like kill each other and rile up and just fucking go nuts.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They're literally.
Feeding us shit to piss us off to that we all just explode.
Well, think about it. Think about it. If they're feeding us this information, spreading hate, and diverting people in two different directions,
Mhm.
that's going to create tension amongst one another, right?
Or the tension, the fact they want everybody put away at 6:00. That's just gonna piss
Well-
people off even more.
Well, yeah. I'm saying like they're going to be increasing the amount of hate in people,
hmm
and what does that end up doing? People end up starting to protest. People get upset with one another on social media outlets. People start doing stupid shit against other people, and that creates more news for them to continue to keep putting out. It's a cycle, bro.
I didn't think about it that way, but yeah.
Seriously, it's a cycle.
Yeah.
And it drives traffic to people because they want to see these things. They build up hate. They build up anger and emotion. They continue to do more stupid shit, and it gives more information for media outlets to put out towards people. It's a vicious cycle, bro.
Fuck, man, that's true.
Yeah.
Think about it that
you
way.
don't think about these things, but it's a business. It needs to make money. It feeds off of viewership
Yeah.
and people attending the channel to see the news.
Mhm.
How are they going to drive more traffic? What can they do? It's a business. You had to think about it as a business. So if they're doing those things, of course they're going to spread hate amongst one another. They're going to tell people to be kind to one another. What else are they going to be able to promote on the news? What are they going to show on the news if everyone's nice to each other? No one's going to watch.
That's fucked up, man. Like, Like that's the crazy thing. Like everyone's like, "What's the solution, bro?" No one fucking knows, dude.
No.
That's scary.
Yeah, it's a kind of a scary system that they have in place for everybody, and it's hard to overthrow that system. And I don't really think there is a way to overthrow that system. It's just big. It's so big that like you can't even, like, where do you start in being able to change something like that? And that's where people have problems. This is why shit has gotten to the point to where it's at right now, because people try doing these things and protesting or whatever on certain things, you know, and especially with this whole movement, like, no wonder people are freaking doing what they're doing, man. They're pissed off. Nothing. It's hard to overthrow that. It's hard to overthrow media consumption and big media and big companies and
Big Brother.
government issues and all that sort of shit. Yeah, man.
Fuck, man.
The news just focuses on making a huge profit, and their focus is not serving.
It's not serving. That's what you saw.
public.
You saw the thing. It's not about serving the public
No,
anymore. It's
it's
about
not.
what's gonna get likes, views. This is the same thing that we do on Instagram. Or a lot of people do on Instagram, Twitter. It's like, fuck it. They fabricate shit to like make it look like they're XYZ, make it look like they're so cool or they're whatever. They throw filters on pictures and like it's just like that.
it's just a false reality.
It's a simulation, bro.
Yeah, and we're very heavily misinformed.
Absolutely, we're
Uninformed.
misinformed. That's why I'm so scared to like say stuff, because like I can't, like I see something on Twitter and like it pisses me off, and I'm like, okay, but like hold up, that might not be real.
Yeah.
So let me hold off on saying anything.
The truth is so hard to end up
To find.
finding.
It's so hard to find, bro. Because then you look at stuff and you're like, well, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know that either. So it's like
And
I'm just
you-
not
and
gonna
then-
say. Oh shit! I'm just not gonna say shit at all.
And then you determine whether or not it's actually true or not.
Yeah, it's fucking nuts, bro. That's why I don't say. I just would rather say nothing. I'd rather not post anything
Mm-hmm.
because I don't know what's true.
You're almost
what's
better
not,
off.
man. Yeah, you're just like fuck it, man. But then there's the other half that's gonna say, "Why didn't you say anything? You're fucking trash for not saying shit. What's your fucking?" It's like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah.
Like what? Like, are you serious? So you say something, you're fucked. You don't say anything, you're fucked. It's like there's no winning with people, bro.
No.
That's the problem.
Because people are in a hateful state right now, especially right now.
You can't win.
No, and it comes down to what you consume, man. It comes down to what we listen to, who we and I think. And obviously these are mostly negatives that we're speaking on, but there are positives. I think through social media you can get different views on certain things. Say for example you're very one-sided, like you're just this is all you see, this is all you read. But I think without those different outlets, you may not be able to see another person's point of view on certain things as well.
True.
So to say that it's only media consumption is completely negative is not always true,
Mm-hmm.
because you could have different individuals have a voice and speak up about things that you may not know much about. Maybe an opinion that may sway your
Your way of thinking.
your way of thinking. So I do think on the flip side that there are positive news outlets out there. Most of them which are considered like non-profit organizations and media outlets that produce content on media.
Yeah, various platforms.
Yeah, various platforms and media. On the flip side, there's also just individuals and celebrities as well that might, for this particular instance, with the protesting that's going on and stuff, like different people with different demographics,
Yeah.
different backgrounds, ethnicities, and religions, those sorts of things. Like those people are able to put out content to where we can get basically a different point of view on people's.
The biggest thing here, man, on this thing is like, why can't we just say, you believe that, I believe this.
It doesn't work.
We
that
don't
way.
agree. Okay.
It does not.
Like,
That won't happen because that also won't happen because people always want to be right.
Yeah.
People feel the need to always be right, and so if someone else thinks differently than them, they're gonna get pissed off.
You're wrong.
You're wrong,
It's
and
like,
that's
but
it.
like, does that make sense? Like,
That's
why can't you just stay over there? I stay here. Hey, we're
that,
cool. Like,
and
whatever.
that comes down to media consumption
Yeah,
as well.
man. Yeah.
Because there are, and we're not taking sides here, but there are right and left wing
Yeah, I mean that's
media
just-
outlet sites that produce media coverage on a certain way of thinking amongst a certain demographic of people,
Yeah.
and they think everyone else is wrong. Boom is wrong. Boom is wrong. Fake, fake, fake. This is how you need to think. That's it. And that's what's going to fuck up some people's minds as well. And so, yeah, whenever you listen to other people speak about these certain topics and stuff, you automatically think, or certain people automatically think, not me personally, but they're going to think, that guy, he's fucking stupid. How is that even solving anything, you know? And it's part of the media. It is part of the media to make you feel like you should only think a certain way, rather than open your mind and look at what other people are talking about, the different points of view that people are talking about, and the way that, you know, we should listen to people from different demographics.
There's people that are like that, man, and that comes down to anything. There's people that are just like entitled to think that they know everything.
Right. That's another.
I know best, and I'm like, I've never been that way. If I have a question or like I'm thinking about doing something, I'll ask you. I'll ask a bunch of people your different opinion, and then I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna do this.
Right.
I don't know why people. I know people that do that shit. They're like, I fucking know. I know. And like, motherfucker, no, you don't. Like, stop and like take a second to like analyze everything.
And that's also what you were saying. I'm talking about earlier, where I think like if you're building like thoughts off of your emotions, you're gonna start saying stupid ass shit.
Yeah,
and you become very close-minded, and you close off towards certain people, and you say, fuck them. You know,
I'm not disagreeing, man. That's the fucking truth.
Yeah,
you have to and people don't think for themselves anymore, man.
No, they don't.
That's the biggest
If
issue.
they could just hear one thing on the fucking internet, or see something on the internet, or listen to something on the internet, or on TV, that's it. It just takes one person to say one thing, and they can think
and
that
they're
thing.
like, "Oop, there it is." That's what I believe now.
Yeah.
Why? Well, because if you really ask them,
so and so said that.
What made you think this way? They'd probably be like, I read it on Twitter, and I read it on Twitter.
And it goes back, like, even like if you like watch fucking Spider-Man, Remember, like he's working in the newspaper building, and it's like, I need you to get the biggest stories, the biggest covers, the biggest this and this and this and that.
Yeah.
Like, this is what's gonna get people to buy the newspaper. And like, even if you're faking shit, just fucking do it. Like, you know, turn the story a little bit. Like, this is what's gonna get viewership. Like, even like that simple, like,
that was forever ago. I know what you're talking
well,
about.
you know what I mean? Like that simple idea of getting like the press to like, you know, you're handing out the newspapers. Here's the coverage.
That's
like,
why news reporters are like willing to go to like the depths, bro. There's news reporters getting shot, arrested.
Oh yeah.
So that they can get that fucking story and they can get that content. Like, holy shit, I got arrested, but I'm back out here again. It's like,
well, yeah, like
badass.
this is what's happening. I got arrested right now. People are getting shit on. Like, you're not even getting the whole fucking picture. And then people watch that, and they see people getting arrested, or reporters arrested or shot at or whatever, and they think, oh my god.
But it's like you saw them getting arrested, and they're screaming that it's for no reason. Did you stop and think what happened before the cameras rolled? Did the police tell them to back up, and they got closer?
Yeah,
like,
I mean, you never.
It's just like, we're gonna need y'all to,
ever going to.
Are we gonna need y'all to clear this area? And they said, "Fuck you, we're gonna stay here anyway because we're the fucking media." Like, just do what you're told, man.
Yeah. But on the flip side, like I feel like there's an empowerment issue with that as well. Like. Yeah, we could have not seen the whole story on that. Or on the flip side, maybe they are just really being douches. Who knows?
Yeah.
You know, you never really know.
You've seen it both ways.
You've seen it both ways. And that's the thing. Like, even with that small snippet of video or whatever, like, on the news that they show, you're never going to know the whole story.
No, you won't.
You're not going to ever know the whole story.
Two sides of every story, man. It's fucked up.
Yeah.
It's laughable because it's just so jacked up, man.
Yeah,
like,
it
just
is.
like, what the fuck?
It is worth talking about because people need to open their eyes and realize that, like, we're in such a strange year and time.
It'll get better.
I hope so.
No,
yeah, it should get better.
It's just gonna get worse for you. We're in the worst.
Yeah,
it's here.
Yeah, I do also think, like, amongst, I don't know. Well, I'm hopeful to think that way, but amongst all these bad things that are happening, maybe in the end, like, you know, there is some sort of consolidation at the end. You know, like,
I know
people will end up realizing these things and like end up like working together as a community.
I have an opinion on what the consolidation will be, and I'm not going to say it on here though.
Fair enough.
I know what it is.
No comment.
Tell you later.
Fair enough. But yeah, just going back on the positives, at least, it's, you know, there are positives that come out with
that's
things.
That's why John Krasinski, Jim from The Office, made that fucking thing. Like, he did this back when, like, the coronavirus was like nothing but negative and like we're all gonna die.
Yeah.
He made that thing called Some Good News or whatever.
Yeah.
There's like, And he had people sending him shit all the time. Like, there's
Yeah.
good shit happening. It's just not being shown by anybody.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, fuck this. I'm going to
That's
show
a
it
good point.
myself.
Yeah, so we talked about John Krasinski on our other episode. But, yeah, he was doing that whole segment
Yeah.
where he was talking
Just
about...
good shit.
Good
Just
shit.
good shit.
Just good
Only
shit.
good shit.
And he has such a big platform to be able to do that.
Yeah.
So, people are tuning in.
Oh, fuck
People
yeah.
are watching and people are
You
getting
just
some
said
good
that
news out of
somebody
this
wanted to
stuff.
buy it from him?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't remember what the cost was. It was some stupid amount
Absurd
of money.
amount.
Yeah, somebody wanted to like buy the segment, like because he trademarked it and everything. Some good news,
Oh, okay.
and somebody tried to buy it from I don't know what major news outlet, and he said, "Fuck
It's
that."
even like
he said no.
It's like
Yeah,
a thing to
Yeah.
have like. It's. I mean, even up to that point, like, oh my god, people want to buy this shit out because they're finally looking for an outlet for good news.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's such a minority thing to have good news that like people are willing to pay millions for.
yeah, pay you for it.
Think
Like,
about
oh
that
shit.
shit.
You have people giving you good shit. Like, we want that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like, why? Like, why doesn't the mainstream media have that? Why are you not spreading that?
Viewership, man. It's all viewership.
It's the same concept that people like to play the victim, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It all goes back to that too.
Yep.
It's like no one wants to, like, people want them to feel sorry for them. They want you to feel like, oh my god, they're in such a tough place. I view it as like an embarrassment of what everybody else looks at our country right now.
Oh, it is. It
It's
is
just
an
like, what the
embarrassment.
fuck?
Yeah.
Imagine you living somewhere else and like everyone
You're
paints
watching
America
in.
like this greatest place, and like we're on fucking fire.
Yeah.
Like, what?
It's sad.
Like, what the hell? Like, we're lower than anybody else out there right now.
So, for you, whenever, what are some of the actions that you like to take when you feel like you're overwhelmed, when you feel like you're just over getting on your phone or getting on
don't-
TV?
I can't like stress it enough, man. I just put my attention somewhere else. Like, I don't get on, like I said, I've been sick of getting on Twitter. I like get on it and like I'm just, this is fucking insane.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll go read a fucking book, go watch a movie, go like play video game. Like, I just take my attention and I just don't give them that power.
Yeah,
Just
but even
don't
when it's in
look
the
at it.
background of your head, like these bad things are happening, some good things are happening. Like, how do you for those that are just so invested in these things, like how do you like kind of shut that part off? How do you like get some good rest at night, knowing like, even for these other people that might be consuming this information, like, how is it that these other people can try to get some good sleep at night and rest their heads and kind of put themselves in a good headspace?
I worry like this, man. It's like if you're worried about the shit that's happening outside and you're worried about everything that's going on in the United States, it's like, man, like, dude, like, just like, I know that I'm a good person
Mm-hmm.
and I know what I believe. Like, that's all that you can do, man. Like,
Yeah.
it's like you can't go, these people that are radical or extremists on every side,
Right.
you're not going to persuade them.
No.
You're not going to sit here and try to kill them with kindness and tell them, like, hey, this is how it should be, because they're not going to fucking listen to you.
Right.
So it's like, you got to just stop, man. Like, if you're a good person, you know you're a good person,
It's good to spread kindness and
spread it how you can, but like,
Yeah.
you need to
realize
like,
that you're not going to be able
realize
to
that there's
influence
you
everybody.
can't. It's just impossible.
Right.
Not everyone is going to think like you.
Mm-hmm.
So do what you can.
Yeah.
If you want to spread it on social media, you want to just make a post every so often about whatever good shit
X,
that you
Y, and
can
Z.
find. Yeah, it's like, do that, but then like, you have to take yourself out of it.
Yep.
You have to.
Yeah.
No other way to do it, and just put your attention somewhere else. Go do something else.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
I think if you're focusing on other things and more important things on your life, like, yeah, I think comes a time and place where you can speak your mind freely about those things.
Mhm.
And that's awesome, but it's only going to work up to a certain extent. And
Yeah.
I think like if you spend every waking moment trying to convince everyone and everything about how you might feel about something or how you might think, like you're really kind of putting yourself in a place to like really self-destruct at that thing.
Yeah, dude.
Like you're destroying your own mind. You're destroying like the time that you have to be able to spend on yourself as well as family and friends. Like more important things, yes, but like there comes like a point where like you can't fix everything, like you were saying before.
Mm-hmm.
Like yes, it's important to like have a voice and talk about those things, but understand that like it only extends so much.
Yeah, there's only so much that you can do.
There's
man.
only so much you can do, especially as being just like one individual civilian. Like
I wouldn't necessarily say that, like, and that's not to like just just
dissuade people from
dissuade
like
you
having
from,
a
like,
voice and like
yeah,
starting like
that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, you got to take it one day at a time, take it one step at a time, like, do what you can. Don't expect to just like say something and you're gonna have this massive effect, because it does take one person to change everything. It does, absolutely.
Yeah.
It takes one thing. I'm not saying that, and to prove that, it's like George Floyd died and he caused this outrage, which is
one person.
What, it's one guy. Sure, there was thousands before him that had the same fate, but it took that one to cause this. So think about that. Take that with a grain of salt. I mean, obviously,
we were speaking tragedy. We're speaking for the people that are becoming overwhelmed by media,
right? Yeah, I mean,
and not for those, sure, that are affected. And I think having a voice is very, very powerful, and
absolutely.
you should have a voice.
Yeah.
But this is for the people that feel like, oh my God, this is just so overwhelming. What do I do?
What do I do? I can't say anything because everyone. What I think.
I don't know about this standpoint or this standpoint or this standpoint. Like, I think at that point, these are the people we're kind of talking to. Like, hey, take a step back.
Relax.
Maybe you need to turn the TV off. Maybe you need to settle in and understand, like, hey, what's most important for you right now at this point. Don't become so overwhelmed. Understand that you can't change millions and millions and millions of people. Yeah, you can have a voice, but it becomes a point like you become so overwhelmed and that you start to become depressed and have anxiety and stress and all those sorts of things. Like, if those are things that are affecting you, that's where I kind of take it to the point where, like, hey, take a step back, turn off the TV, turn off your phone, take a step back, because it can become very, very overwhelming. It can. For anybody, for any situation. I mean, hell, like, even back when we were kids, when 9/11 happened, like, oh my God, like, that was such a tragedy. But, it comes a point where, like, oh my God, this is just so much overwhelming information. Like, this is just so overwhelming. Yes, you can feel a certain way and feel things and have a voice and all those sorts of stuff, but, like, it can become overwhelming for some people. Everyone's built differently. So that's my standpoint.
It's nuts, man. Like sometimes you read shit and you're like, I see stuff like people looting, and I don't personally think that's the way to handle the situation, but, like, it drives fear. I'm like, fuck, what if someone tries to come and bust in my shit? It's like, it's scary, man. Like, so, like, but, like, then again, like, you stop and you're worrying, like what is the probability of it actually happening? Like, these are people that are posting it, like, to cause fear. Like, oh my God, they're breaking in, they're looting, and they're doing all this. Like, calm, like. That's happening every so often everywhere. Of course, that's not happening on every street corner.
But it feels like it's always happening everywhere.
But they make it seem like that. Yeah. Just how they can take a video one way and then somebody else take a video from the other direction, makes it look like it's another place, but it's the same spot. It's like, man, like, stop.
It can be very
stop. Yeah. Fuck your views and, like, fuck your likes, bro. Just spread, like, the truth.
Spread positivity and kindness, man, and if you got a voice, like. I say all power to you, man. But
yeah, dude,
don't spread false shit and
I mean,
negativity, and I think it should be more so about coming together as a community. But
you want to know and this is why I say that, is because there's always that person, and I mean this, and it's like, you can go on Twitter and see it. Anybody that says something and it goes viral, the tweet under that one is like, but check out my other social pages, blah blah blah, because they see that they're going fucking viral.
Yep. But
check out my Instagram, and oh my God, look at this thing I make this, I sell. I'm like, bro, fuck you. That means that you're just taking this chance to promote whatever the fuck you're promoting. That pisses me off. And you'll see it on every single thing.
Oh, yeah. Like, promote your SoundCloud.
So I'm like, fuck you, dude. Like, you legit just posted this. It went viral. So this may not even have any effect on you. It may have no relation to you. You may have just fucking scrapped it off of fucking Google, posted it on your Twitter, said some shit that's trending right now because it's all over Twitter, and then, oh my God, I'm getting 13K retweets. Check out my Instagram, it's fire, bro. Look at my SoundCloud, I just released this news. Fuck you.
Yeah.
You don't even fucking care. Yeah. That's why I really just can't stand Twitter right now, bro. Yeah. Can't stand it. I cannot fucking stand it. Wow.
And then there are some good people out there, but
there are some people that are truly posting shit from, like, if you want to say the trenches because they're fucking there, but, like, half the people that are posting shit are just, they're trying to hop on the fucking, sad to say, the fucking bandwagon, bro. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Yeah. It's whatever. But it'll get better. I know it will. Yeah. It always does. But it takes time.
Yeah.
It'll take time. So that's how I feel.
All right, guys.
All right.
We appreciate y'all for tuning in. Yeah, I feel like these have been kind of like a tough few episodes, especially for
Elon Musk. I'm gonna get off Twitter for a while.
yeah, I saw that. Well, I mean, it's been a tough, few months. This whole year, really, it's just been really tough for a lot of people. But it's hard not to cover these issues. I think they're important to talk about. Again, we're just normal dudes. This is what we see everyday life. This is what we consume. We are on social media pretty often. Obviously we have to post about our podcast on there and things of that nature. But if there's a thing that you got to say or comment or anything of that nature, like, let us know. We want to talk about these things. We want to get some conversations on these things, and it's a tough topic to talk about, but it's an important one.
Talk about this.
It's an important thing. I wish we could talk about. We do, but it's hard not to. It's hard not to talk about these things. It's hard to just skip over and say fuck it.
Yeah.
But damn, Speed Racer.
That's from the other side.
Outside. All right, guys. So appreciate y'all for tuning in. Make sure to support by following, liking our page, subscribing. Tell Elijah to
wear. I forgot to wear the damn. Damn it! I was gonna wear it today. I fucking forgot.
Yeah, you fucked up.
That guy. I'm coming back for you, dude.
Yeah, wherever he is. I don't even know what the guy's
yeah,
name
I don't even know. I'm coming for him.
All right, guys. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Coming for that guy.